Now then guys, how you doing? Welcome back, and we come back a little bit earlier than expected. As you'll have seen by the thumbnail, I have been offered a new job. I've had the opportunity, obviously I've been putting my feelers out and seeing what's out there. I applied for a job, I've had the interview, and it has been offered to us. But before we speak about what that team is, I just want to talk through Druids and what we've done with them. So as you can see, we're currently in second place, 1 point behind TNS. We have played the same amount of games. We've fallen off a little bit, we haven't really fully recovered from that defeat to Barry. However, in our last 5 games, lost 1, won 2, drawn 2. So overall, form-wise, we're still 3 points clear in Newtown in third, 1 point behind TNS, and I'll leave them in an incredible position, let's be honest. As when we look at the season preview, we would actually expected a 4th place finish there. 20-1 to win the league. TNS obviously favourite. With Bangor City, Connor's key in there as well. We didn't have any players in the Media Dream 11, and yet we still continue to defy expectations, beat the odds. As far as the club vision goes, I'm doing what's asked of us. I've got to be there to summarise. The board are very pleased with your overall leadership of the team. My job is very secure. Obviously, I'm going to be moving on regardless. Champions League was to be competitive. We're never going to do that, but we ended up passing it anyway. The Europa Conference League, again, was to reach the second qualifying round. We managed to get to the third there. They want a top half finish in the Welsh Premier League, which we've achieved, and we are going to achieve. Even with me leaving, they should still achieve a top 3 finish, in my opinion. Welsh Cup is to reach the quarterfinals as a minimum, and the Welsh League Cup also to reach the quarterfinal. Now, there's an opportunity there for them to reach a final. We have got a decent run, or we did have a decent run anyway, obviously, while I've been in charge. But looking at the schedule wise, then form after that 2-1 defeat to Barry has been okay. Like I say, a 3-1 victory over Buckley in the Welsh Cup quarter final, a 3-1 victory over Gresford, a 2-1 victory over Pennybond. Cardiff Met we ended up drawing 1-1 with, and then a 0-0 draw with Bangor City. But within that Bangor City game, I need to mention Joe Gibson missed a penalty. Cameron Hughes with yet another penalty save. 8.1, played a match performance for him again. This guy, I'm going to try and take Cameron Hughes with us. That's the thing, when I go to this team, which we'll discuss in a moment, there will be a few players that I'll be able to get on free transfers. Obviously, they're on amateur contracts anyway, so I might be able to tie them down on proper contracts. And then we've just had a 4-1 victory over Carmarthen in the Welsh Cup third round. 2 goals there for Havenstreit and for Jake Burton. Obviously, both of those players doing bits for me at the moment. But now let's discuss the team that's come in for us. So Portadown in Northern Ireland have come in and would like me to be their manager. So they're currently going to pay me $475k per week. My transfer budget's going to be $3k. My wage budget's going to be $4.4k. Promises wise, not to apply for any other jobs while I'm at the club and keep the director of football in place. I'm not really going to have a mass turnaround of staff anyway. I think we'll just stick with what we've got with for at least this season and look at it. Club vision wise, the club culture is to sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, which is something that I will do anyway. 5-year plans to work within the wage budget and to offer a minimum 2-year contract to the first team. The end of the current season, they want me to fight bravely against relegation. So Portadown, currently bottom of the Danks Bank Premiership, and they are a mile away as well, 6 points behind Carrick. And also Clifton Villa find themselves down there as well. They have played a game less though. We've won 1 game in 15, 4 draws, 10 defeats, minus 16 goal difference, and we've only put 1 point up out of our last 15, so we're not in a great place. So Portadown as it stands, what was the season expectation? So for them, they're expected 11th place finish, so they're performing obviously below that. Only just there was Carrick and the team above, and we're expecting a bottom place finish this time round. There are some big hitters in this league, similar to TNS. Obviously, you've got Linfield there, who are going to smash opponents every single season. But there's other teams that are involved, Glenavon, Glentoran, Lana, teams that can do business. When we look at the history of the league, past winners-wise, Glentoran have just won the league last season with Larne in second place. The season before that, though, Linfield with Crusaders in second. But yeah, Linfield have been dominant for at least the last 4 years. So before I take the job, why am I going to Portadown? And so I'm taking a club that is in some real peril at the minute and bottom of the league. I'm leaving a club that is challenging for the title and still challenging on all the domestic cup fronts. But I need to move on now. I think I've achieved all I can, and I think the opportunity to move to Northern Ireland, another league that I want to be wrapping up in 2-3 seasons. Am I going to win the league with Portadown? Probably not. However, Druids have the same expectation as Portadown. We've just got to fight and try and maintain ourselves in the league, and that's what they want us to continue remaining in the Northern Irish Premiership, and obviously we can do that. This season, we haven't had the best start, and I've got a lot of work to do, but a couple of wins sees us back in contention of getting out those relegation places. And more importantly, may I add, it's 11th of December now, which means I've got a January transfer window upcoming. And whilst I haven't got a lot to play with, free transfers will bail me out, no doubt. And I'll be able to get some players off the books as well. So it's just recycling to save wages and using them again. So finally, before I accept the job, and there has been a lot of talking, I just want to have a look at my profile before I leave. So for Druids then, I managed 108 games, won 61, drew 29, lost 18. We scored 153 goals, conceded 75, which gives me a goal difference of plus 78, and my win percentage was 56. Now I have just been given my National A licence as far as coaching qualifications go, working with youngsters up to 11, level of discipline at 12, and when we look at my reputation, it's 35%. I've got almost 2-star reputation, so I'm about right for a club that has also got a 2-star reputation as well. When we look at the general, 1.5-star reputation, so I am at the same level there. We've got a lot of work to do, but I think for me, we need to get into it. We need to accept the job offer and start at day one at a brand new club, so let's go. Like I say, I'm not going to change anything now. I've got a 1-year deal, or 1.5-year deal as it is, 18 months. Goodbye, Druids. And hello, Portadown. So here we go then. So Portadown hired Bocelli in a move that is sure to spark plenty of heated debate. Craig Bocelli has left Druids to join Portadown, and Druids will be now looking for a new manager. So, as you can see at the bottom here, Bocelli's men are on a poor run of 9 league games without a win, and the relegation candidates find themselves 12th place in the Danksbank Premiership. Portadown have lost 4 of the last 5 games in the league. So having a look at it then, we've obviously got the director of football, which Peter Hunniford. I haven't got an assistant manager. Obviously, he left with the last manager. But we've already been knocked out of a couple of cup competitions. Stadium-wise, we play at Shamrock Park, just under 4,000 capacity. We've got basic training and new facilities and an adequate recruitment system. So looking at the best starting 11 then, we've got Mitchell in goal, Jordan, McCowan, McAnally, Kerr at the back, with Wilson and McLeod in the middle, Bork and Tagart out wide, and Sally and Bonis up front. Obviously, that is based on my current formation. However, obviously, I may look at changing that up. I don't think the 4-2-4, trying to blow teams away when we're bottom of the league, is probably the way to go this season. And there we go then. So the headline is Bocelli takes charge at Portadown. Portadown players in last year a contract. We will look at sorting that out. Playing time expectation for the season. We've obviously got players that are breakthrough prospects. McCowan adapts game to get forward whenever possible. Obviously someone's been getting trained up. He's a centre-back who can play midfield as well. Quality. Season expectations then is obviously I want to push to avoid relegation. We don't even want to be talking about a relegation playoff. We'll confirm that. And tactical direction required. So let's create a tactic then. For me, we're going to control possession again. You know, there's an opportunity to go route 1 here and park the bus. I think we go control possession again. Choose a formation to fit that. Do we go 1 up top? I think that might be the way to go for the time being. There's obviously the 5-2-3 there. I don't like that one. 4-3-3 maybe. 4-2-3. We'll go with that. We'll obviously have the halfback on defend. And that's how we'll start the season. I'll quick pick that team and just get a selection in there. But we'll have a chat with the squad shortly. I just want to basically look at the development centre we got in the players. We've got an average reserve squad, a very strong under-18 squad there. I've got players that could potentially move up. Obviously, John Bork, he's already in my starting 11 anyway. Niall Stewart, what's he doing? So he's at the under-19s. Not bad central defender. That tackling 12, marking 6 though. Potentially a problem. 6'2" though. John Mitchell, goalkeeper. He's very good. Let's get him into the senior side. So move to the senior squad. 16-year-old. May not start a game, but looks very good. Konstantin Malinkov. Also not a bad player. Let's get him into the senior squad as well. Russian there and Northern Irish. What a combination that is. So we've got a decent under-18 squad. Reserves-wise, how's that looking? Rian Brown, goalkeeper. Not as good as the player that we've just promoted. What about Jack Montgomery? Okay, striker, 9 finishing, 11 composure. Decent pace and acceleration. Not yet. So competitions-wise then, we're actually still in the Irish Cup. And we enter at the 5th round. We were knocked out the Bet McLean League Cup in the 2nd round by Ballycare. And we're through to the quarter-final of the Mid-Ulster Cup as well, where we take on Glenavon. So there's an opportunity there in a couple of cup competitions. Not to win it, obviously, although that would be nice. Just to keep our head above and have a little bit of a cup run. A little bit of a distraction from that league campaign. So schedule-wise, looking at it since the start of the season, and wowzers, there we go. You know, we drew our last game against Glentoran, but we've got Crusaders, Cliftonville, Ballymena United, Warren Point and Carrick. That game there is a big one. On the 30th of December against Carrick, you know, our relegation rivals, there's a real opportunity for us there. But we've got to pick up some points in these next 5 games without doubt. As like I say, when we look at this league table, we're already 6 points behind Carrick. They've won 4 games, drawn 1, where we've drawn 4. not ideal at all. Obviously, there's no chance of us breaking in to those top 3 places, and I'm not even thinking about that. If we can get ourselves into 10th place, massive, absolutely massive. We're 9 points behind Dungannon, but anything can happen, you know. Druids weren't a team that was expected to win the league, and we done that last season. We actually done a double, and we could have potentially done a treble if we had won the MG Cup as well. So, still loads to do. However, we've got plenty of time to still play for. But when we look at the rules of the league, the groups do split off, as you can see there. So, the top 6 go into the championship group, which is good for us because it means we get to play those teams at the bottom of the league. You know, there's no good playing Linfield and Crusaders and teams like that week in, week out. We want to be battling those teams at the bottom. So, like I say, it's going to split into 2 again. Plenty of opportunity for European places there as well, but nothing for us to worry about. Bottom team is automatically relegated. Second place goes into the playoffs, where they play the team from the league below. So, dynamics-wise, then Team Keyson's good. Club atmosphere is average and managerial support is very poor. It may be early days, but the players are going to take some convincing to get past your lack of experience. They are not happy. Does anybody oppose us? 11 players. 11 players oppose us. I've never had it like this before. Not one player supports us. Let's go for a team meeting. I'd like to introduce myself as your new manager. Let's do that. They like that. I'm looking forward to working with a lesser known manager who can bring new ideas to the squad. I want to wait to the end of the season to make any promises. I think we can finish top half. Not a chance. I think we're good enough to avoid relegation this season. That should be our aim. Let's do that. We can stay up there. Loving that. Brilliant. That's what I wanted to hear. I'd also like us to win the Irish Cup. I also want us to give the Irish Cup everything we've got. That sounds good to them. Brilliant. Right. Hold on a minute. Has that changed anything? I've got to have some players on side. No, I've still got 11 players that oppose us, so it's not meant to be. However, we have got a game coming up, and I think, you know, we should just go with it, have a look at the team selection, and see if we can get some points on the board. Right, so here we are then, guys. Game day. We've got the red background. We're feeling right at home now. And this one, for me, we're taking on 6th place Crusaders. It's not a game I'm expecting to win. It's just to give me an idea of how the squad are playing, the best positions for players, and the formation, obviously, as well. You know, this may be not the tactic that I'm going to stick with, but I haven't got long to make a decision. So, games coming up today. Ballymena United against Cliftonville. Crusaders against Portadown. Glentoran against Carrick. That is a big game for us. Carrick cannot be winning that game against Glentoran. Larne against Dungannon. And Warren Point against Coleraine. So there's games in there, obviously big games that matter for us. Cliftonville against Ballymena. You know, Cliftonville don't want to be picking up points. But Dungannon as well on 16 points. Only 9 points clear of us. We want those top 6 teams to be just smashing everybody else, really. So team selection wise then, we're going Mitchell in goal. So a decent goalkeeper, 27-year-old. Definitely better than any goalkeeper we've had so far in this save. Current ability 3-star, potential ability 4-star. Has just joined the club from Warren Point. Out at left back, we've got McVeigh. Now, he realistically wants to be in the centre of midfield. He's not very good at all. Current ability 1.5-star, potential ability 4-star. Been with us a couple of seasons, 11 games so far. A 6.48 and after a 6.48 last season. And out on the other side, I've got Nathan Kerr. Equally as poor as McVeigh. He's very versatile though and can play anywhere. Current ability 3-star, potential ability 4.5-star. This might be somebody that I'd rely on because he does look all-rounded. 15 games this season, a 6.49 rating. Been with us for the last 4 seasons as well. At centre-back to start then, we've got Paul Finnegan. Not very good. Physically okay. Head and mark and tackling, all below 10. Not ideal. And then his centre-back partner, Paddy McNally, looks okay. Mentally and physically fine. Determination, 17. That natural fitness, 16 as well. He's 29-year-old, head and mark and tackling, all above 12. That strength at a 7 now could be a problem. And he's been with us for a while and all. 13 games this season, a 6.52 rating. So in the holding role then, we're going to play Sam Ward. Decent player for me, looks alright. Playing as a defensive midfielder. Current ability 3.5-star, potential ability 4.5-star. Then in front of him, we've got Sammy Mcleod. Again, looks okay. 23-year-old Englishman. Current ability 4-star. Being partnered with Barney McCowan. Now, this guy probably looks a better centre-back than anything else. That's heading at a 6, though. For a guy that's 6 foot, he's not ideal. Looks slightly angry there as well. Obviously, he's not happy with our team performance. Now, he's been with us for the best part of 5 seasons. Actually started at Everton, but this season he's played 13 games, getting a 6.68. Then I've got Owen Tagart, who plays out on the left or right-hand side. Acceleration and pace both 12. Crossing and dribbling 15. Decent. He's got 6 goals in 6 starts for us. And out on the other side, we've got Stephen Tagart. Are these brothers? Let's have a look. No. So there's no relation. So we've got Tagart out there, playing out on that right-hand side. Cross and free. And he's going to play out wide. Acceleration and pace both 13. And then leading the line, I've got Lee Bonnis, the club's current top scorer. Obviously, Tagart's got goals in other competitions as well. Finishing 8 on Porsche 14. Acceleration and pace both decent. How long's he been with us? Basically the last 5 seasons. We got him on a free transfer. And he's been prolific at this level, I'll be honest. 13 goals last season, I'll take that. 13 goals in 37 appearances is not bad. And we're going to be playing a tick-attacker on a balanced mentality. A 4-3-3 with obviously the anchor man. Right, so what am I telling the guys then in my first team talk? The pressure's all on them. What do we have to lose? Go out there and cause an upset. That's not had any impact on the guys at all. But here we go then, my first game in charge of Portadown. Don't be a veteran. And there is a highlight in the first couple of minutes. We are playing in the yellow, they're in the black and red. But we're in possession, that's the main thing. As Bonnis then to Mcleod. Tagart, can somebody be a hero early? McCown to Tagart. Has a crack from distance. Oh, he scored! What an impact! 2 minutes in. We are 1-0 up, and that's the Tagart that I've just said was terrible, wasn't it? And he gets a goal. I think he's had him with the free crossing. But what a start for us there. 2 minutes in, Tagart from distance, 20 yards out. Rain comes down, slippery surface, bottom corner. Highlight from kickoff. Please, God, no, don't do this to us. As Fraser picks it up then, McLean to O'Rourke. Wilson to McLean then. And we've got to watch that ball through as Ward's there. You know, he is the man that cleans up. As McCown to Mcleod. As Bonnis then, he's by himself. We've got players now down at the bottom of the picture here. As Ward picks it up. Mcleod, we just do not want to get caught in a counter. It's a decent overlap though. Kurt to Bonnis! We are 2-0 up in 3 minutes. What a start. Crusaders don't know what's hit them. This team are absolutely incredible. You could not have asked for a better start. You know, in other seasons, other teams, other games, we could have been 2-0 down in the first 3 minutes. But Bonnis gets a goal as well. The crowd are going mental as we are 2-0 up against what was a 6th place Crusaders, was it? And as it stands, we're now 4 points behind Carrick. Obviously, Carrick drawn with Glentoran as it stands. But we've had 8 shots and 6 on target in the first 18 minutes. So with the ball in, and they score. Carl McLean. It's his 4th goal this season. On 18 minutes we've conceded. We're not getting a clean sheet today and we're fighting over it in the back of the net. As it's poor to concede from there. McLean with the goal. And it's now 2-1. They've had 2 shots, 1 on target, obviously score now. We've managed 54% possession as well. But there's no other goal so far in any other games being played. As there is a highlight then, we need to be picking this one up. Solid header by Ward. He's impressed me. As there's a ball over the top. Bonnis is going to get there, you know. He's put it wide. He's put it wide. We could have been 3-1 up in 40 minutes. Lana 1-0 up against Dungannon. That is a good result for us. If it stays that way. And there's a ball over the top. Doyle. If he squares it, there's a man free and a big save from Mitchell. God, the excitement. As so with the ball in, we've been poor on the set pieces, but we get that one clear. Fraser then picks it up. Ball across to Wilson. Fraser, get a challenge in. We do. McVeigh's there and it disappears. What a first half of football that is. 13 shots, 7 on target, 55% possession. The team are holding up pretty well. I don't really want to make any changes. What a first half performance. There we go. We finally got some motivated players out there. Well, but what a start. As we're going into the hour mark, and I don't really want to make any changes. Carrick need to concede though. As Larne go 2-0 up against Dungannon. There's no more goals happen. Nothing at all in the other games. As we're going to the 70-minute mark, my players are holding up really well here. As I now think it's time to make some changes and bring some fresh blood in. As Owen Tagart's having a bit of a shocker. Have I really got an option out there? I don't think we have, which isn't ideal. So I can't really make the change there. We are bossing it in every position though, really. I don't want to make a change at the back. Paul Finnegan on a 6.7. What's my option? Have I got a centre-back on the bench? Callum Byers. He's okay, 26-year-old. He can go in there. So Byers will come on for Finnegan. That's me one change. I don't really want to make any more if I'm honest. As there we go. Highlight. It's over the bar. Free kick from Clark has gone over. Right, 74 minutes then. It'd be harsh if we end up losing this now. As what a start we've had. Right, so it's turned over in the midfield. McKinnon then to Burns. The weather is shocking. As so, get the pressure on. Lowry. Ball to McKinnon. We are playing a balanced mentality. I don't really want to change it up. I don't want to go ultra defensive. But if they come at us, we might have to. Lowry to Burns then. Right. Doyle to Clark. Clark's going by himself. Oh, he's going to square it. Wilson. Lowry to So. Oh, we brought him down. He's being brought down. It's a penalty. McVeigh brings down So. Mitchell needs to be a hero as Burns stepping up. I see, the goalkeeper went the right way. But after being 2-0 up, it's now 2 apiece. Absolutely gutted for the guys. Keeper goes the right way and all, which is even more heartbreaking. As Larn 2-0 up against Dungannon. We're on 8 points now. Carrick are still drawing, but we have a highlight on 82. Kerr with the ball in. It's through and it's cleared off the line. Oh, it was going all the way across. McVeigh then. Are we going to have another go at it? 8 minutes to go. McVeigh to Mcleod. Can he square it? Ball in. He's cleared away. It's gone all the way through. Tagart's not there. So the man that went down, he's going to come away with the ball. He's at the end of it. No. They're free in the middle. They're free in the middle. Doyle. Oh, we're losing. It's 3-2. What a breakaway. A well-executed counter-attack. That's what I've just seen from the commentator. I cannot believe this. 2-0 up. I suppose it tells you why they're in bottom spot. But what a start we had. And that is a cracking finish. Man, oh man, we've had 18 shots, 9 on target, 56% possession. They've had 5 shots on target, and we go into stoppages now. There is nothing I can do. We've got a minute left of stoppage time. You know, that has taken the wind out the sails. I am demotivated, so the team have got absolutely no chance. As they're breaking, then Clark to O'Rourke as we dive in. That's a hefty challenge, that. Don't do it again. Lowry then, he's got space. Ball free to Burns. McGovern, and it's wide, and that may be it. And I'm absolutely gutted. It was bad enough we were at 2-2, but we have lost 3-2. They have turned it around. I'm proud of your efforts today, but it wasn't meant to be. What a start. As Carrick draw 0-0 with Glentoran. So we are 7 points adrift now as it stands. Cliftonville draw as well. Dungannon losing is the only good result there for us, really. Warren Point losing doesn't really affect us. As Abby Crawford says, football is so much more important than just entertainment. Yes, I get that. 3 points would have been nice. As Portadown in disappointing collapse. Baxter's pleased with the comeback. And entertainment at Seaview, obviously. Disappointing result for us there. So there you go then, guys. First game in charge. Was a bit of a blockbuster. Unfortunately, didn't go away though. As schedule-wise, then, where are you going to join me next? So I think we come back, obviously, for those 2 games there against Carrick and Dungannon. So yes, we've got Cliftonville, Ballymena and Warren Point between episodes. But yeah, 2 big games coming up in the next one where we need to get a minimum of 3 points at least to be in with a chance of surviving. So thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and I'll catch you later. Ta-ra.